What is fear? Fear is the process of anticipating danger. The anticipation of danger in the future causes us to become distressed in the present. There are two types of fear: physical fear and psychological fear. Fear is built through experience. We enter a situation, become disturbed, record it into memory, and fear it happening again. Fear has two purposes. One, to avoid a situation that causes distress, and two, to prepare ourselves to experience distress when the situation is unavoidable. Fear is a learned behaviour, and it is justified through what we know about ourselves. To understand this, let's take the example of no fear and compare it to fear. I swam from a young age and developed into a confident swimmer. I can swim and I know I can swim. So when I go in the water, I feel comfortable. I never learnt to swim. I cannot swim and I know I cannot swim. So when I go in the water, I feel distressed. This shows you that fear is made up of two parts. Part 1, we lack the skills necessary to feel comfortable in a situation, and part 2, we know we lack those skills. The root of physical fear is a lack of skill. The person fears the water because they believe they cannot stay afloat. The reason the person believes that is because they know they lack the skills to stay afloat, so the fear is rational. This means the solution to physical fear is to learn a skill. The solution to the fear of water is to learn how to swim. As the person learns how to swim, the belief they will drown reduces, and therefore so does the fear. Like physical fear, psychological fear is built through experience. The distinguishing characteristic of psychological fear is that the experience is not based on a real event, but on an imagined one. For example, my fear arises because I have an exam tomorrow and I am imagining a future event in which something bad happens. While in the midst of fear, the mind experiences the imagination as real. This sense of reality makes the mind emotionally and intellectually invested in the imagination, so it becomes vital. The root of psychological fear is an imagined reality, so the solution to the fear is to stop the imagination. What is required to stop the imagination is to realize the imagination is not real. The tool that facilitates this realization is attention. When the mind gives attention to the imagination is immediately seen to be imaginary and not real. At that moment, you pop out of the illusion and the imagination begins to lose its vitality and disperse. This enables the mind to return to a state where it can think rationally. For instance, when there is no fear, you may rationally decide to revise a specific section of your course that you are uncertain about to best prepare yourself for the exam tomorrow. Physical fear originates from a lack of skill and is solved through acquiring a skill. Psychological fear originates from an imagination that we experience as real, and the solution is to realize the imagination is not real, but imaginary. The imagination associated with psychological fear is triggered by something, and you must use rational thinking to ascertain whether that something is real, such as an exam tomorrow that you must prepare for, or something false like a fake news story that you simply must let wither away.